In a world full of devices, it is hard to get your kids' heads out of the iCloud.
See what you did there?
Yeah.
Connecting with teens can be tough without technology, but it seems even harder in today's digital age. So Connie Albers joins us today with a look at how parents can use tech in a positive way to build relationship with their children. A new book on stands right now, and we will talk to Connie right now. This is called Parenting Beyond the Rules. Connie, the author, thank you very much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm delighted to be with you.
Well, tell us a little bit about this book. You are a parent of 5, so you've learned from some experience here, I guess.
I have, and you know, I've worked with teens and for about 20 years, so I just kept listening and never realizing I was going to write a book about it. But I kept listening to the comments they were saying, things they wish their parents had known or talked to them about, or just communicating they want to talk to their parents, but their parents will overreact and they can't really tell them what's really going on. And so we kind of force them into this secrecy world of technology in a way that we don't even mean to do that. So I talk about how do we build relationships with our children so that we can keep their heart and maximize our influence.
What would you say the key age demographic is for kids? And I'm sure even babies can, you know, start getting acclimated to technology at some point in the correct way. But what's the key demographic here?
Yes, I would say probably around 9, 10 years old, and then go on up into the later teen years. So I talk about how do you tackle tough subjects, but one of the subjects that we are talking about is understanding the world our children are living in. And we were talking previously about even young children, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they'll pick up our devices and they'll start swiping. Part of it's because they watch us do it, and part of it's because the games or videos and stuff that they watch. But when we talk about the teen years, or the murky, mysterious, marvelous middle school years. What we're really talking about is our children are changing, and every season of parenting adds a different layer of what we need to do to adjust so that we can love them well and keep their heart and keep steering them and guiding them in the right direction, because they start to transition and change. And as parents, we have to change. It's not just this is the rules of the house and this is how it goes. Not anymore. It's, listen, let's be engaged in conversation with them. Let's get to know, what do you think about this? And tell me about this. And, you know, not overreacting when they share something that we would rather them not do.
Yeah.
But we want them to tell us.
So what are some of those things as a parent you should start to change? We're probably not going to change them, but we can change our behavior.
Mindset. Let's start with our mindset and our expectations. Let's put some realistic expectations on ourselves and on them. And then let's start to study them and get to know the child that we have, because every child is so unique and different. So let's start studying them, get to know them, engage in conversation, and listen. They're talking. Look at their cell phones. I mean, for those kids that have cell phones, they're talking to people. Look at how Snapchat is blowing up and all these anonymous apps. So listen and then start monitoring your mouth. Be careful what comes out. Make sure what does come out isn't an overreaction to a statement or a negative body language, which, you know, kids can do. I mean, let's face it.
So Shane and I are both fathers to young children right now. I mean, under the age of 5 for the most part. You know, what are things that we can start doing today, especially when it comes to technology and developing this healthy relationship?
Right. I love to say, create just a sheet, you know, and start writing down, what is it your child really enjoys doing? Where do they spend their time? Do they like to cuddle with you? Do they need you to constantly be with them and talk to them? Do they love it when you serve them and you help them clean up their room? Or, you know, your children are really young, but spending time with them and paying attention. Pay attention to what they do and what they say, and tuck that away. And then plant seeds of opportunity and plant seeds of possibilities for them. That's why the cover of the book is the paintbrushes.
Right.
Our children are different. We have to use different colors and different styles and different techniques. And your child's a masterpiece in the making. So let's paint that picture for them of what they can possibly become and do with their unique gifts, strengths, and talents.
Great. Well, Connie, we have about 30 seconds here, but I think a lot of parents still struggle with this. There's no concrete guideline for how young or old their kids should be before they have a piece of technology, a cell phone, or a social media account. Is there any subjectivity that you can add to that?
Yes, I would actually say follow the guidelines for what that app recommends. So if it's 13 or 16, and parents will say, but you know, their friends are there. We want to talk to grandma and grandpa. I would say the most important thing to do is to know that child and their weaknesses. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because some children, they could care less about technology. They just use it to Google things. Help your child create a positive social footprint while they're in your house. So find a cause, something they're passionate about, and then let them use their voice to promote that platform.
All right, real quick, where can people learn more about the book, get the book?
It's available everywhere bookstores are sold, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. It's actually in libraries, Amazon, and it is just really focused on helping parents grow and strengthen that relationship, because when we have that, we have their heart. When we have the heart, we have the influence.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Connie Albers in town right now for a speaking engagement with some parents and teachers, and we sure appreciate you taking the time to stop by this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. The book again, Parenting Beyond the Rules. Yeah, how do you create a rich relationship with your teen? That's the big question, but there are some answers in this book. Available on Amazon right now, a top 10 bestseller. Very cool. Connie Albers. Be right back.